guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the Farmhouse Christmas Quartet as well as a New Year's Eve duo from the brand Blush Lacquers. These are all releasing on December 1st, so in the description box below I will link the Blush site, I will link their Instagram page, and then I will link my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from today's video. So we do have a total of 6 polishes to look at today, and let's go ahead and get started. So starting off with the Farmhouse Christmas Quartet, we have Deck the Halls, and this is described as a light army green nail polish with a delicate gold shimmer. So here's our first coat of Deck the Halls. This one is pretty sheer here on this first coat. It does build up well in 2, but depending on your application, you might want to go in for 3. It does have a good formula. It's not too thick or too thin. It is going to dry decently glossy. I do recommend going in for top coat though, just to give it that nice plump finish. Nothing will dry textured or be difficult to remove. So there are 2 coats. Up next we have Frosted Sugar Cookie, and this is described as a buttercream frosting colored nail polish with a delicate gold shimmer. Here's our first coat of Frosted Sugar Cookie. This one is also on the sheer side, a good smooth formula, a little bit thicker than the last one, but not difficult to work with at all. It's just maybe a little bit less self-leveling, so I am going to go in for 3 coats. Just like the last one, this is going to dry decently glossy. I do recommend using top coat for a nice plump finish though. Nothing in this polish will dry textured or be difficult to remove either. So there are 3 coats of Frosted Sugar Cookie. Up next we have Rustic Rudolph, and this is described as an old barnhouse red nail polish with tones of coral and a light delicate golden shimmer. Here's our first coat of Rustic Rudolph. This one is very highly pigmented, a nice bold red polish, a smooth formula to work with. I didn't have any staining, but I also didn't leave this one on too long, so I do recommend base coat just to prevent that. I got full coverage in 2 coats. Again, I recommend top coat, and removal is easy, so there are 2 coats. Lastly, from the quartet, we have Tinsel Town, and this is described as an antique gold nail polish with tones of toasted caramel and olive with that delicate golden shimmer. Here's our first coat of Tinsel Town. Now, in my experience, these are the type of shades that do stain, so I do again recommend using a base coat under this. I didn't personally experience any staining, but I also only had this on for the swatch. The formula was very smooth and easy to work with. I did get full opacity in 2 coats. Once again, I recommend top coat just to give a nice plump finish, and removal is easy. So there's 2 coats of Tinsel Town. And then on to the New Year's Eve duo, we have Confetti Countdown, and this is described as a bright robin's egg blue nail polish loaded with iridescent gold to pink to green shifting flakes and a scattering of holographic microflakes. Here's our first coat of Confetti Countdown. This one is pretty sheer here on this first coat. Depending on your application, 2 to 3 coats, it is a relatively even coverage and a thinner-ish formula, so self-leveling is there if you don't mind a little bit of visible nail line. I think 2 coats would be just fine, but I did do 3 just for the sake of the video. The formula is good and easy to work with. I, for some reason, could not get that corner on camera, so I did it off camera. This one is going to dry on the dull side, so I do recommend going in for top coat, and again, removal will be easy. So there are 3 coats of Confetti Countdown. And then lastly for today we have Stroke of Midnight, and this is described as a dark gray nail polish filled with platinum silver flakes and rose gold microflakes. And here's our first coat of Stroke of Midnight, which is probably my favorite of the entire set. I do really like the contrast of the flakes against the darker base color. I think it is very beautiful and very appropriate for New Year's.
This one also had a good formula, not too thick or too thin. 2 to 3 coats for full opacity here. I am going to do 3 just because it wasn't totally even. I do think this one would also look really beautiful with a matte top coat, and I don't know what's going on with the corner of my nail there, but I had a really hard time covering it for some odd reason. This is also going to dry on the dull side, so I do recommend top coat either way, and removal will be easy. So there are 3 coats of Stroke of Midnight.
And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of these polishes. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.